the Free Speech Show. All right. A lot of my favorite people are right here in this room. People that know how to hang.
That's right.
I'm Bill Bronner, and welcome to the Free Speech Show. Tonight's topic is, as we're handicapping the presidential election for 2008.
Yes.
And first of all, let me say, Democrats, last call for good governing. This is yours to throw away. You have got to mess this next election up so bad. But I have every faith you can do it. I trust you guys to really mess it up. And but I still think that no matter how bad you mess it up, this Bush thing is still going to be stinking in November of 2008.
Right.
And
Sure.
that, you know, and that America needs to learn about revolution again. We need to, during the next 4 years, study how to do a peaceful revolution and get these bums out of there. Because 4 years from now, we're going to be going, the Democrats dropped the ball.
Comes right after evolution.
Yeah,
Revolution.
yeah. It's going to be the Democrats, they had their chance, and look, we don't have a health plan. You know, they haven't jacked up the limit on Social Security. You know, the American workers are still only going to be making a minimum wage of $8 an hour. And we're going to realize that what we have is two parties that are two sides of a one-party system.
Thank you.
Yep.
You know, it's, well, the Democratic wing of the National Capitalistic Party thinks that capital gains should be taxed at 17.4%. Oh, yeah? Well, the Republican wing of the National Corporate Party believes that capital gains should be untaxed. Who's gonna fuck us worse?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, they'll jack up Social Security because we're gonna have to pay off all the debt for the war, and we're gonna have oil prices out the kazoo, and no one's gonna solve these problems. So my handicap is that we have a two-party system. The handicap of the 2008 presidential election is the two-party system. And, you know, just to go through the front runners, let's do the Republican Party because this is a very short list. We got your Rudolph Giuliani. I would love to see this guy be the Republican Party nominee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
This
Kiss
clown,
of death.
Yes.
We want you, Rudy.
Yeah.
We're rooting for Rudy.
We're
He could be
coming
mayor
over.
of America, right? He's
Mitt
already
Romney.
America's mayor.
Mitt Romney, come on. People would rather vote for a Jew than for a Mormon. That's the deal on that.
That's probably.
Yeah, you know what? They would rather vote for a lesbian Mexican than a Mormon.
Kathy Lee Gifford.
So no, I think, yeah, go Mitt Romney, go.
Right.
Then we got John McCain.
Did we?
This guy, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go, John,
Pick
go.
him.
John,
Yeah.
Johnny Mac.
John, you know what? And I've said it before, if you've watched any of their shows, America does not want a leader with the gout.
Gout is
They
out.
don't want a guy with a big goiter there on the side of his face, whatever that is. They don't want a guy who's 72 and thinks that the war in Iraq is a good idea.
That's right.
Jeez.
So this guy is sinking faster than, oh man, you know, I always drop the names. The War Whoop guy.
The Titanic.
No, he's now head of the Democratic Party. You know, the guy.
John Dean.
Howard Dean.
Howard Dean.
Oh yeah, Howard Dean. Right.
This
right.
guy's
Oh, I
gonna
mean,
sink.
Not War Whoop.
I'm from New Mexico, Nebraska,
Right.
Texas, Florida, South Carolina. Yeah. So
What?
here's, you know what? Here's the thing is, so pretty much Ron Paul. Here's a guy that I would love. I'm glad he's in the race the same way that I'm glad that Dennis Kucinich and Mike Gravel are in the debates. And you know that every Republican, well, did you see this happen this week? After one of the debates, Hillary and John Edwards kind of talked to each other, hey, we've got to cut the field down here.
Right.
And because Dennis Kucinich had kicked their ass in that debate. And I didn't watch this, but I heard that Edwards would not even shake Kucinich's hand after
Damn.
that. Exactly. So I love it that these guys, you know, this guy Ron Paul in the Republican thing, he's everything that the Republican Party was under Barry Goldwater.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, yeah, a little bit of racism in there. But you know, it's
That's what the voters want, damn it.
but he is a real conservative, and he accepts the responsibility as a failure of American policy is the cause of 9/11. You know, look at America. We did it to ourselves. You know,
Sure.
I mean.
All that killing and torturing.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't pay
Yeah,
off.
exactly. People go, yeah, you know, revenge, that's a just thing on this kind of, when a country abuses its global power the way that we have. But, okay, so then moving quickly to the Democratic side, Edwards, done. You know, ever since the Ann Coulter pansy talk, Edwards is done. You know, he can't raise the money, he's not showing up in the polls. And I think Obama, and I like Obama, not everything, you know, but one thing, in America, at least we could look other countries in the eye and say, well, our fucking president was editor of the Harvard Law Review, at least.
Right.
You know, we learned our lesson about stupidity.
Right.
These are signs.
Yeah. You know, we looked at his report card this time. And and here's what I hate about what Obama is doing. I think Obama is being overly handled. I think he's having an Al Gore done on him. He's raised so much money that he has all these guys standing around telling him, hey, don't say anything controversial. Don't take on these issues. And just be pretty for 4 more months. And I think Obama is the Oprah candidate right now. And, but I understand that philosophy. The Hillary thing, come on. I like the fact that it's a lady, but
They deserve a lady.
you know, I mean, come on. You know, why don't we just get us a king if we're going to get Hillary in there? Why don't we just get a family? Go, hey, this is America's best family. All their people will be our leaders from now on. You know, because this Bush Clinton thing. I'm done with that. I'm done with Yale. No more Yaleys.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Those people, just the fact that they chose to go to a school that had like this skull and bones bullshit. You know, no more Yaleys. You guys went to the wrong school. Sorry.
I think that's why they picked that school, though.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think essentially if you want to get into Yale, you need really good grades. And you have to take some kind of an aptitude test that says you're a megalomaniac who needs power. You know, and then a bingo. Hey, we're going to let you in here.
Then you have to kill the weak one in your class.
You have to dig up an advocate of something good,
right,
that's when they're finally worth something, They dig them back up and...
I mean, what are the ideas what are the odds that John Kerry and George W. Bush would both be skull and bones simultaneously? You know, 2 guys are in the same circle jerk running for president.
Against each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
One guy who didn't go to war kicks the shit out of the one who did go to war.
Yeah. And you know what? Here's what we lost by not having Kerry. Kerry's a better killer than Bush. Remember, that was his promise. I'm going to go there, I'm going to kill him faster, cheaper, more effectively. There's not going to be a lot of gravy in my killing ship. So, you know, so anyhow, my dream ticket, Mike Gravel, who gets pushed out of the Democratic primaries very early, or at least pushed out of the debates very early, joins up with Ron Paul, right there. And all of the crazies in America, like me, you go, fuck you, Republicans and Democrats.
All right.
That's right.
Oh, this is going to get us a sponsor.
Brought to you by.
Yeah, brought to you by
Nice.
Cannabis Clubs of America.
Yeah,
A place with really good medicine for capitalism.
They're up and down.
We'll paper the wall with prescription cards.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we have a good group of performers and writers tonight. My good friend, the real Steve Smith. Google him, no spaces, the real Steve Smith. Bring it on.
Man. It's a hell of a monologue, man.
Too long, I think.
Nah, that was perfect. Skull and Bones. That's what I was thinking about. You know, they're the same, exactly the same. And Skull and Bones is not a fraternity. Skull and Bones is an exchange of body fluids. That's an
right.
exclusive shit. You know, we're not just talking. It makes a fraternity look about as exclusive as my Ralph's card. I mean, you know, and I found out the other day, I was walking to the grocery store, and the survivalist outside the grocery store said, "Hey, brother, let me borrow your Ralph's card." And I was like, "No, man, I'll just give you $1." He goes, "I saw what you drove up here. Let me borrow your Ralph's card." So I give him my Ralph's card, and he's going through the line. He saves his money. They're calling him Mr. Smith, and that's Skull and Bones for you, compared to a fraternity. So what are we doing here? You know, we're trying to handicap the presidents. It's like I go into the voting booth, I feel like I'm handicapped. Yeah. It's like I'm voting with one arm tied behind my back. You know? I mean, I feel like that kid that played the guitar with his feet for the Pope. Remember? I'm like, you know, boxer! You know? Waxman! And we're intelligent people, otherwise intelligent people, but we act as if there is some sort of difference between the Republicans and the Democrats. And I know we're intelligent because we've picked the last 3 out of 6 American Idols correctly. So we are an otherwise intelligent people, but why do we think there is a difference between Republicans and the Democrats? That's a question. I don't know these 2 people you're talking about, George, Lavelle, and Ron Paul. I've heard of him.
Yeah.
That's my ticket.
Mike Gravel.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I challenge everybody to vote. Just that would be good, huh? I challenge everybody to vote, but don't vote for anyone with a D or an R next to their name. I mean, what are you talking about? You got Hillary versus Giuliani. It's like, I cheat on my wives. It's like, well, I get cheated on. Oh, there's a stark contrast. You know, give me a break. They're the same thing, and that's what people need to understand. It's not going anywhere. Like I wake up in the morning and I say, man, you know, I feel pretty good, but damn it, if Gray Davis was still governor, then I'd be doing great. So that's what people need to understand. You know, you're arguing about all these different folks. I guess if you have to handicap it, you know, well, that's the other thing. Tell me this. You got 15 people, right? 15, 16 people running for president. And out of those people, there's only like 4 that have a legitimate chance of winning. So how could the game not be rigged? Yeah. You know, and right from the start, it's like you're running for president and can't win. Why are you fucking running for president and you can't win? You know, and you're in that party. It's like setting up a shoe shine stand at the beach. That shit's not gonna fly, man. So we need to realize that, and we need to understand that we can vote, and it doesn't have to be for a D, and it doesn't have to be for an R. and your trash will still get picked up, and your services, your water will still come down the sink. And if we don't like what we pick, we can change that too. So I'll talk about the handicapping itself in the big money round, but I just wanted to take a chance to let everybody know.
That's why I love this guy.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we have the guys who just want to be on this, just want the stage time. You know, it's like a comedian at an AA meeting. You know? Like Joe Biden, you know. I just want America to know who I am.
Exactly. Got a cool ass name.
Yeah. No, I'm not making a lot of calls asking for money.
Right.
You know, yeah, that's not me.
Exactly.
Right.
So I get some lobbyist money here and there, you know, but I'm not a big caller guy.
21 after the hour to 27 after the hour. Yeah, I'm your guy.
Laurie Buckley, my good friend, is here. Laurie!
Laura.
Thank you. Power and greed, power and greed. So right outside our living rooms in America, there is a NASCAR race for president, packed with sponsors, packed with oil and pharmaceuticals and other variety of inspirational things. But who's going to clean up this friggin' mess for him? You know, I mean, after seeing Sicko with Michael Moore, hope you all watch it, see your life. When you realize everybody in the whole friggin' industrial world has got healthcare but us, we're sweating people. Oh, I bus sucked, but that bus was bad, I got great benefits. You know, we could all have benefits. Imagine how many corporations we could tell to screw off, you suck, we have our own benefits. I mean, what an empowering thing that would be. And then global warming, you know, when New York, when the first 10 feet of ocean comes up, you know, or the big 100-year flood comes, you know, maybe then we'll be talking to each other. We have to clean all that and rebuild. Poor FEMA knew more about hurricanes in 1956 than it even has a remote chance of knowing now, even after Katrina. And could somebody just tell Louisiana we're never building there because the ocean's just going to come over and it's all hopeless? You know, those poor people every day waiting by their land and nobody talks to them, nobody tells them nothing, you know, and we buy off our judges now. You know, you got, and look at Kucinich, what I love about him is he said, let's impeach Dick Cheney. Go, baby, go! I love him. And he's got a good-looking wife, so you know he has something going for him.
Yeah.
You know, isn't he? He's got the good-looking wife of the whole presidential party, and so you know who's gonna take this weight off of us? So I look at the Republicans who are raised less money than the Democrats, which is amazing, but no, hey, you know, finally the
Mussolini got more money than Hitler.
You're down there, you know, because they've been joyriding and spending so much of it, you know. And so you look at McCain. I said, McCain, he's in pain from disdain. I said, this guy can go to Iraq and come back, and all he's got to say is, we need 900,000 soldiers. I go, what? I mean, wasn't he tortured and now he's torturing us? You know, I go, this man's a professional. What a terrible thing to say. And he says right now that the Congress has been saying 750,000 troops is what they're trying to go up to. That already is pissing me off. And then you got Rudy G. I said, no, this is a guy who's been in everybody. Everybody's got a little hand in on Rudy G. I said, he's looking forward to his fifth wife and riding the rest of his life on corporate jets. He's going to be there. He's covered. I don't think but he's got nothing going. He's no good out of New York.
No, and you know what? His campaign is the same reason we're in Iraq. 9/11, 9/11, 9/11.
Well, they didn't love him that much before 9/11.
No,
Something happened, a magical day,
Yeah,
and two friggin' idiots got to look like real champions
Right,
for the next 8 years. Some friggin' fairy dust on the 210th floor of shit fell down and inoculated these creatures, and we've had to suffer with them ever since. And then Fred Thompson, I go, here's a guy, I go, who's an undeclared candidate declaring that he'll be here soon, and they're all scared of him for one really good reason, because he's a better actor than all of them put together. And he's tall. See, the tall guys, you know, they said when Reagan, they didn't want Carter to be next to Reagan when they were going, you know, having their little talk, and so Reagan walked over to Jimmy Carter to show how short Jimmy Carter was. So I think Fred Thompson's got the whole tall thing and then the Law and Order thing, you know, and they're scared of him. He's like a player in an unplayed game yet. And then, of course, there's Mitt Romney. Now I go, Mitt. I thought somebody else milking. I said, big Mormon money, big Mormon money, and he used to be pro-choice, now he's no choice. I cried for the girls in Utah, and I said, and the trouble is with him, he's got too many friends in the nation of Utah. I said, that's going to be a big killer. So now we go over to the Democratic side, and we've got, John Edwards. He's going for the little guy that absolutely can do nothing for him. Poverty. He's got a national job plan and healthcare expansion, which would be like, okay, bigger than the tiny dime that it is. And then I thought about his $400 haircut. And I thought, what if he paid $175?
Right.
I said, and the guy made his bangs too short and gave him hair up to here. No wonder the guy paid $400. And then they say Billary. There's Billary now, and everybody's worried about Bill getting back in the White House. I said, this guy just had heart surgery. And Viagra and heart surgery don't go together. I think that's just going to be an old dog just leading around the house. Nobody's got to worry about him. And she screwed up because they killed her with the health care when she first talked about it. So killed once by pharmaceuticals, a little shy to go back again. So I don't know how she's going to do. And Obama, what I liked about him, he said, we were upset about Virginia Tech, but we didn't ask any questions about the 34 public school students that were killed in Chicago this year. We've been just a lot of killing going on, a lot of not talking about what's up, and I love anything he says about the black man anyway because it's the right thing to say. And so my guy is Ron Paul. What's great about Ron Paul is he's a libertarian Texan. Oh, that's kind of scary, isn't it? And he's running Republican. So he's because he's got to have the voice. He wants to be on those early ballots. But he's a guy that, being a libertarian, he says self-responsibility. Get up off your butt, America. You can't just hire somebody to go do it for you. You have to get up and be involved and know who's lying and understand what's happening because our ass is the first prize in this NASCAR race. People to tell us the right of what to do. And it's going to take some major effort on our part to dump the myth. So I like what Ron Paul says. If nothing else, he's like Ross Perot. Maybe he'll break up some evildoers group of thinking they're going to win thing and bring us some good conversation for a change. Yeah. Let's see what it's like if we do it ourselves. So that's my vote.
All right. We are so alternative.
Wow, like the Ron Paul caucus.
Because I saw George Stephanopoulos with Senator Mike Gravel, and Gravel was a guy who had filibustered against the draft during the Vietnam War. And he was a young man, and he was like one of Alaska's first senators. Right. And now he's an old guy who's trying to talk truth to the power. And he's a very interesting guy. But when Stephanopoulos had him on there, he's going, you're not going to win. No, and he goes, yeah, I am going to win. And, Americans are smart enough to listen to the message. And Stephanopoulos was so condescending. Right.
Yeah.
Like the fix was on. Like the dark horse can't win. And we need to shake things up in the primaries, is my feeling. We've got another monologue before we come back for the panel, and of course he's one of the favorites for the Free Speech Show, Rick Overton.
Good Rick.
Hey.
I'm still really hopeful that things are going to, fall to the wayside, and people will come around, and they'll want me back. I've sent some gift baskets to the nurses, and I gave them little sorry notes and things like that nature. And I saw, Fred Thompson, he kind of threw the glove in there and the gauntlet, so I want to come back into the race and try again. If Fred Thompson can do it, look at me, I'm superior to him. In every way, I'm superior to him. He looks like Jabba the Hutt, his mouth is bigger than his skull. Look at me, I'm still very fit. Yes, I'm flabby, but I'm flabby around being fit.
And so we need more Democratic actors, since evidently we just, there's a portion of America that goes towards the shiniest thing, so we don't always have great actors on the Democratic side defending us, the ones over. It always seems like they're the willowy kind of retracto people. And it's all bold, fold out, and fan out people on the right. way bigger, bolder, tiny, sorry, shrinky people on the left. So we got what actors might be able to go in. Well, who can we slot in to be an actor to defend us on the left, who will be our president? Wild horse it. What do you think?
Ben Stiller?
Ben Stiller for president.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck for president.
Affleck for insurance.
Affleck. Ben Affleck.
Well, you know what? Affleck is he's a lightweight. Whenever I see him on those shows, he's a lightweight.
Clooney.
Clooney
Would
good.
be good. We'd follow him.
Clooney's got the
President
charisma.
Clooney.
Yeah.
Now that he holds his head still when he talks, doesn't do this, so you need camera one, camera two, camera one, camera two.
Let's see. I think Al Gore is just waiting for everyone to get so fed up that you're gonna yank me out of my bed, drag me into the limo, and throw me through the window of the White House. I'm gonna passive-aggressive force you to pick me up on a blanket and lead me across the nation on a cushion of hands and dump me on the White House lawn. And then I can go, who, me? Well, okay. But I'll tell you, it's going to be very inconvenient for you.
That's silly.
But I hope he does it. You know, I hope he gets back in, because I think he would have an awesome chance of winning right now. The environment does Trump. It's not right wing, left wing. It's people in the gated community and the rest of us. You know, the other party is going to be the catered party, and the rest of us are the service industry feeding cold cuts through this slot around the side of the dome. You know. Yeah, it is really looking like the rich liberal. Oh, there's something bad about a rich liberal. They really start drifting towards their stuff and forgetting the point. And then it all becomes liberal world for them. Like really the opposite point is, you know, I want world peace for me. I get your point, but you got too much shit. You just got, come on, hey, less shiny stuff, come on. So, yeah, that's your liberal for you, and diamond peace sign, yeah, sell it and feed someone. So, no, it was a gift. I get dazzled by stuff too, but I think what we have for a presidential race is a bunch of prescribed guys. And instead of spin doctors, we need spine doctors. We need them to come up and just go, I want you to get out there, Rocky. You cut me, Mick. Cut my eye. I want to tell all you guys to get up there and stop treating it like a job. Start treating it like you're saving us again, because you secretly, like sodium pentothal secret, we fucking hate you. We would love to hear about how you went and just, you know, choked on a shrimp in a restaurant and went face down in your pasta. You have fucking-trayed us. And we hate you, and we show up, and we don't, look, I don't wish you harm. I'm not saying that. I don't want a black copter because I said that. No, but we're not thrilled with you, okay? You have fucked up really bad, and we're mad at you, and rightfully so. And we're going to start voting for the one that we seem the least pissed at. So then that's so far as Kucinich. And then it is we have to stop being retarded and letting our TV tell us what to think the whole time. Once you see it and you get so unbelievably embarrassed at how much it's happened to you, get the fuck over it and then click. And shut it up and stop using it. Oh, you're saying the internet's better? Yeah, infinitely so. Well, why? Because we do it for fucking free is why. That's why. And, we don't know. What does that make it better? Wake up. The ones who get paid less are doing it for other reasons. Well, you're saying that everyone that gets paid has an agenda? Yes! That's precisely what I'm saying. And if you're part of it, I'm sorry. Feel guilty and then get over it and come help. But we can't babysit you while this is going on. That's the perfect storm. But join up by growing the fuck up And that means don't let something you paid for, like a TV, bitch you around all day. It's saying it's not possible for Dennis Kucinich to win. Why? Because the box said so? Fuck that box. There's another box where I go doing it. It's my decision. I can't decide what a news guy says. This is the last part I have. They are not our friends, these news people. Stop using them for stuff. The more they're paid, the more they lie. The bigger the candidate is, the more you see them on TV, ask why you see them more and figure it out. Or shame on you with this amount of information. It's like smoking now. Come on.
Rick Overton. All right. All right, we're edgy today. This is different from the products we would sell show. We're going to take a break and we're going to be right back with more of the Free Speech Show. We're going to have our panel discussion. All right. Click on over. We're there. Bye.